Some people say that a sport is purely physical. Other people say that a sport is purely a mind game and it has to be competitive. But in a way, they're both right. Which brings us to this interesting question. What makes a sport a sport? So, who here knows what a sport is? Congratulations, your education's complete. Who here thought that a sport is this definition right here? An athletic activity that requires skill, often of a competitive nature, such as baseball, tennis, golf, bowling, swimming, and other activities, especially outside. Good, you're all properly educated. A sport is actually a lot more than that, because a sport is about, is it a physical or mind sport? Are you passionate about it? Your team, your friends, and of course effort and fun. So I'm gonna split this up a little bit and try and talk about everything. So first we have physical sports or mind sports. Is a sport physical or is it a mind sport? Well, most sports are mostly physical. I'm just going to generalize and say that all sports, except for chess, are mostly physical. And if you consider chess a sport, that's a purely mind game. You have to anticipate what your opponent is going to do and manipulate your strategy so that you can block their moves. Next is your team. Without your team, you would be completely lost. Who would be there to cheer for you from the sidelines? Who would be there to catch the ball or pass the ball to you, or swim in a relay or run in a relay? Who would be there to see you and cheer for you during your victories? And who would be there to pick you up from your losses? Your team sees you at your best and at your very worst. And a team is more than the people you play with. It's the friendships you make that last a lifetime. And a team is great, but you wouldn't have a team if you didn't have passion. Because if you play a sport, you obviously love that sport or enjoy doing that. Otherwise, it just becomes an everyday activity. You go, do it for an hour, you come home, and it's just done. It's not fun or anything. And you also have to have effort, because if you're not trying and you don't have any effort when you're playing your sport, I know everyone likes winning a game. Without effort, you can't win that game. And so those are some of the most important things that make a sport a sport. But the very most important thing that I think makes a sport is fun. Because a sport wouldn't be anything without fun. If there's one thing that I hope you take from what I just said to you, it's that there's much more to things than what they seem to be. Thank you.